live on Facebook. We discuss pertinent issues that relates to you and I with your host Alinko. You're listening to the Progressive Mind Show, your number one community building show in the world. Every Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. CST, live on Facebook and YouTube. Join us as we discuss pertinent issues that relates to you and I with your host.
Okay, this afternoon is special, and we are glad to be coming your way. My name is Sena, aka Alinko. I'm the host of the Progressive Mind Show, and we are very excited. The Progressive Mind Show runs every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. CST, and on Sundays from 4 to 6 p.m. We call the Sunday version Finding the Balance. This is where we connect the diaspora and Africa and talk about issues that are pertaining to us. We are very excited that you are here and have joined the feed this afternoon. Here is our guest. His name is Mr. ABABIO, but his nickname is Dallas. He probably would, he wouldn't mind if you call him Dallas. And so we are very excited. Look, please share the feed now because the information we are going to be talking about, the information is going to be given out today, will be very, very important and essential for folks in the diaspora and in Africa. And so please make sure you are sharing the feed on Facebook and on YouTube. Please don't call now. I saw a call coming through, but I couldn't pick it up because we want to be able to hear from the man first, and then we can take some questions. So please give us at least 45 minutes into the conversation. Let's get some information out, and then we can take calls. Once again, hello and good evening, good afternoon for some of you, to everyone who has tuned into the Progressive Mind Show. The Progressive Mind Show is very excited to be coming your way and providing you with this very interesting conversation. We have dubbed today's topic as dual citizenship in Ghana for Black diasporans. Multiple dual citizenship is legal. It's a legal status in which a person is concurrently regarded as a national or citizen of more than one country under the laws of those countries. Today, we are happy and excited to be speaking with the Director of Diaspora Affairs of the President in Ghana. His name is AKWASI ABABIO, as I mentioned. Feel free to call him Dallas with his permission. Dallas, if you agree, please nod your head so that people can call you Dallas. Is that okay?
Hi, I'm good.
We'll have him tell us why Dallas. Where did you get the Dallas from, Mr. ABABIO?
I believe it's a long story, and it goes way back.
Okay.
When we were in secondary school, and I was an athlete. I used to do the 400 and the 800 meters.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends wanted to know how they could cheer me on as I perform on the stadium. So they decided that some other competitors were called by all sorts of names, Cincinnati, blah, blah, blah. So they thought, why don't give them a challenge with a name like Dallas? So they gave me Dallas. And I decided to spell my Dallas with only one L. So okay. Mine is DAAAS.
Well, no, thanks for sharing. Very, very interesting. At the time, this was at OWUA, right?
Yeah, right back in OWUA, Pokuari days.
Awesome. At the time,
I think it's also appropriate that if I'm on a show, a Chicago show, then I must say hi to some of my mates who are very, right back there in Chicago. They try, friends with the name Dr. Andor, Ruby Boating, Akutobeko. These are very good classmates that, we all used to hang around those days.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. And again, some of you have already started calling in. As I said earlier, please give us a good 30 minutes at least, okay? Because we want to be able to get the information out, and then you can ask questions. So please bear with us. We are not able to take the questions now. We will open the phone lines very soon. It would all be yours in a little bit. Please bear with us. Wanted to do our usual thing with the Progressive Minds. We want to start with the verse of the day, and today is Sunday. The verse of the day on the Progressive Mind Show is Psalm 71, verse 14. It says, "But as for me, I will always have hope. I will always praise you more and more. I will always have hope and always praise you more and more." Please put that in your pocket and keep hope alive. We again excited. The Dallas has given the history of his nickname. Feel free to call him that. You also have a very outstanding bio. You have lived in the States. Actually, we wanted to see that if we can get that information, not in the States, but you lived in Europe, and we were trying to get that information to our audience. Just bear with us. We have this little technical glitch here. Okay, so Mr. Bewa is a certified architect. Okay, the man is an intellectual.
The name is AWUA, not Bewa.
Yes. That was my mistake. I think I have it. I think my assistant had it. We had it was a mistake here. So please bear with us. Mr. ABABIO is an architect with over 30 years experience in IT, financial, insurance industry. He's currently holding the office. As we mentioned, he is lived in Europe and has worked for and has done projects with Royal Sun Alliance, Codan, and basically lived in Denmark, Norway, Switzerland. And the man has an outstanding experience in administration, finance specifically, and has worked across a lot of industry, worked in a lot of companies across Europe, basically. And he currently chairs the position that he chairs, and we'll be speaking about it. We just wanted to give you a little background so you understand who he is and what is coming from. Mr. ABABIO, you mind sharing about your family, kids, wives, if you want to say?
Yeah, hi, good, great. My wife and family are listening. It's a great opportunity to be coming across from here in Ghana. The family still lives in London.
Okay.
And I'm here.
How long did you live in Europe, outside the continent of Africa?
I lived outside of Ghana for nearly 30 years.
Okay. And then how long have you been in Ghana? How long has it been since you returned?
And I've only come back to Ghana the last, going into the 5th year, because I came back with the government of this present government, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, as soon as he was made the president of Ghana, realized the need to mobilize the diaspora, and he asked me to help in doing this assignment. So that's what I'm still working on, trying to see how best we can harness the potential that exists out there.
Absolutely.
The married expertise and the experience and the network of Ghanaians and the friends and people who love Ghana, not necessarily just the Ghanaians, but African descent, and all those who, through historical, the past, have been away from Ghana through slavery and have got any interest in Ghana. Is of interest to us, and we want to court all this friendship and all the alliances that we can get.
Awesome. Awesome. So people sometimes will ask, what is diaspora to you? What does it mean?
Well, the diaspora, as we are living with and working with, is basically made up of 3 categories of the people outside of Ghana. We have the recent Ghanaian migrants who, they like me, for some reasons, had to go out there and live life out there. We had to leave Ghana in the past for so many reasons. Some were leaving for political reasons. Some were leaving to pursue higher academic, education. Some left to join family and friends and, husbands and wives, etc. And then there are those who also had to go with a basic reason of economic migrants. So there's that group of people who have left Ghana. And post-independent, some people have been going, like I said, just to study and come back to apply whatever they have learned out there. And then during the turbulent days when we had our revolution and when we had so many of the coup d'etats, a lot of people have gone out of the country as political refugees. So there's also that group of people who have gone out there and lived their life and has found the families over there. So then, of course, they have the second, third generations that have come out of all those who have gone out there to live their lives. And the nth generation, as I like to call them, with all the youthful exuberance and all the youth, networks that they have out there, are also of interest to us. And then, last but not the least, is the historical African American and African Caribbean and African descent family out there, who we know, most of them had left through our shores, through the door of no return. And that is why we found it necessary that this government, this president, had to come to Washington, D.C. to make that clarion call for people to come back, and declared 2019 the year of return. So essentially, these are the three major categories of people that are of interest when we talk diaspora. And then, of course, there's the fourth category that we are also equally mindful of and very happy to relate to, which is the continental diaspora, those from Africa themselves. Because of our leadership role in Pan-Africanism, Ghana basically has to take a leading role in mobilizing, not just the people from the outside of Africa, but even across Africa, play that leadership role to let people know where we are going and where we want to be long term.
Thank you. And again, I must announce one more time that please bear with us. The phone lines will be open very soon. He's giving us very valuable information. And so please exercise a little bit more patience with us. It will, in the next 20-25 minutes, we'll try and open the phone lines. Okay. So thank you so much for giving us that breakdown, Dallas. We really appreciate it. So you have been working with the president. Now, in what capacity and I'll say jurisdiction, authority, and power does the Office of Diaspora have when it comes to matters of people who are trying to come home?
Well, I think for now, the Diaspora Affairs Office of the President, it's a department at the presidency. Okay. And it works in liaison with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Okay.
Foreign Affairs also has a unit there as a Diaspora unit, Diaspora Affairs unit. It used to be the Diaspora Affairs Bureau, but it was, downgraded to a unit because of the elevation that we gave to the Diaspora Affairs at the Office of the President. But we work hand in hand with this unit at the Foreign Affairs, because the Foreign Affairs basically provides the frontline services that the diaspora community are looking to get from Ghana. And the diaspora officers in all the embassies, all the staff are essentially working towards the realization of the diaspora obligations that we have towards the diaspora. Okay. So the Diaspora Affairs currently, as it sits at the office, as I said, it's a department that is reporting to the president and the chief of staff to basically enable them to know what the diaspora needs are, to convey the issues that relate to the diaspora to them, basically bringing the diaspora to the high table of governance. And that's what we are trying to do. Okay.
Thank you for giving us that information. How important does the president of Ghana, His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo, think of the diaspora to the growth and the economic development of Ghana and even West Africa in general?
I think the president realizes that so much so that he never hesitated in making sure that for the first time, the diaspora office was established at the office of the president. So even before the election in 2016, and well before that, as far back as when he was vying for the presidency, in 2008, 2012, and 2016, the party that he belongs to, the NPP, party tradition, has always realized the potential that the diaspora brings to the table. And therefore, it was in that manifesto of the party that, such an office was essential, to such an office would be established. So it is one of the tick boxes that this government has done as far as, manifesto obligations are concerned. So we were established right from the word go, and we have been working towards, bringing the diaspora on board as we have done. Be mindful of the fact that there are so many outstanding things that, we are talking about, always in the background, trying to, make sure that the diaspora community can part. We have worked towards, the extension that has been given to the number of years that we can get for our visas, for our passports.
Right.
And also also some of the benefits that the diaspora community have been looking for as far as duties are concerned, extension to the visa regimes and the reduction in all the things that the diaspora community has been asking for. So many and so many things that I believe in this course of discussion we will be talking about.
Thank you. Thank you again for providing us that information. See, the African American economy here alone in the United States brings home about 1.1 trillion, if not more. I think one has gotten to about $2 trillion, if I'm not mistaken. That is a huge amount that can transform any economy. Of course, not all of that is going to come to Ghana or Africa. And so I think that we ought to applaud your office, the vision of the president in this regard, to try to mobilize the diaspora, or at least give them that recognition that they are not only important to come and see, they're not only important to the tourism industry of Ghana, but the entire growth of Ghana and West Africa in general. So that is very, very important. I think that this is something that we ought to be working towards. If a trickle of this resources can come into Ghana from the African American community alone, talk less of elsewhere, Europe, Asia, and all that. So thank you again for sharing. And now we also know how. Let's talk about dual citizenship.
Right.
Yes. So please go ahead. What is? Well, we've given the definition of dual citizenship, but feel free to maybe give us a little background and then tell us what the Constitution provides for what the Constitution says for dual citizenship in Ghana.
Great. I think a lot of people, I believe, know a lot about this dual citizenship that is possible to have in Ghana. Mm-hmm. At the beginning of the Fourth Republic, the Constitution that said about whatever we do right now did not have that provision made for dual citizenship. And then in the course of the term of the Fourth Republic, mm-hmm. changes were made to the Constitution to allow for dual citizenship. Since that change has been made, there is that every opportunity for Ghanaians and non-Ghanaians to hold on to whatever other citizenship they have in addition to the citizenship of Ghana.
Okay.
There are some limitations as to what one can do having attained that citizenship. But on the whole, they are basically, everything that Ghanaian can do, you're also able to do it, with the exception of some offices that are not, available to the diaspora community, which we are again working on, which in principle, there is an agreement that we are going to be looking to make changes. As we speak, there has been a private members' bill in Parliament that is already, drawing attention and calling for debates of this issue. But for a start, what we require of anyone who wants to have that dual citizenship is that they are able to, basically, because there's been a famous case, a Supreme Court case here, which was also, as a result of some people living in, a gentleman called AKWASI living in the US, who challenged the Ghana court as to what dual citizenship meant. It means that without any registration of any form of, paperwork or anything, you basically can hold on to your citizenship of another country, acquire their passport, and just as well acquire a passport from Ghana to symbolize, to provide for the convenience that your citizenship would require. So that instead of the citizenship card that people have been registering to get, there was no longer that need to do that to symbolize your dual citizenship. But the mere fact of you having another citizenship and keeping your Ghanaian citizenship basically makes you a dual citizen.
That is loaded. There's some technicalities there, and for those who want to get more
clarification, we can examine those as we discuss this further.
Absolutely, absolutely. What role did you play in the year of return? And briefly, what necessitated? What was the vision for the year of return in the first place? Was it planned like years ahead, prior to the president coming to power, or did he just realize it once he became president?
I think the year of return is something that has been born out of what I would call the president laying the building blocks in place, and us making sure that something was erected towards that. Basically, by his appointment and his realization that the Ministry of Tourism was key and had been elevated for the first time in our governance to cabinet level, and the establishment of the Diaspora Affairs, the Office of the President, where enough grounds for us to start working towards how well we ought to make Ghana realize the full benefit of its diaspora. So in combination with the Ministry of Tourism and GTA as an executing agency, we started putting things together, and we came out with a plan that President approved and agreed that it should be going ahead as we wanted it to, which is the year of return. And everything that we know is now history. As at that time, the then Minister for Tourism, Katrina Feku, was very, very instrumental in laying the basic building blocks in place.
Right.
And making sure that some key contacts and people were in touch to enable us to take off with a full force. So, for instance, the full circle that came in with a coordination that had to be done through the Diaspora Affairs Office of the President, with my deputy and the youth ambassador working closely with these people, was essentially what lit up the social media that drew that much attention, and that brought us to the full impact of the year of return. Of course, then we had all those dignitaries, whether invited or by their own impulse of finding their way to Ghana, because the president had come all the way to Washington, D.C. and made that call that he had declared the 2019 the year of return. Incidentally, the office played the key role of being the chairmanship of the steering committee. So I was lucky enough to have chaired that committee, and that we had some very key guys, because the GTA was there with the coordination. We were lucky to have Rabbi Cohen and Gedilai, a very renowned strategist and media publicity guy. And then we also had some private sector people like Professor A.C. Sutherland representing the Pan Affairs organization. So a whole lot of ideas and people were put together to realize this, to advance it, and I'm lucky to have chaired it. And of course, the success that we made throughout that period, it's been phenomenal. And no wonder people were looking for a continuation, asking for more of it. And the president realizing that quickly, again, made sure the committee of the Beyond the Return was in place to make that continuation possible. So that's where we find ourselves. But for COVID, I believe we would have been, miles ahead of this game with so many of the things that we had planned to do. But now that at least we know what the ravages of COVID could be, and what we are very much aware of what, how and where to deal with it. And given that the president has been exceptional, giving the country exceptional leadership in, mitigating the effect of the COVID, we are confident that we can really start, bringing back everything to this level that it was, and even taking it higher than where we can go. So we are ready now. Beyond the return is very, very much in place and up and running, and we are going to light up the stages and all the things that would enable people to come to Ghana for Christmas. We are looking forward to it, to take our leadership role once more.
Okay. Wow. I'm sure a lot of African countries are trying to replicate this, and I'm sure some have reached to your office to trying to find out the logistics in how to get to do this. Is this true?
Sorry, you were breaking up a little bit.
No, what I'm asking is that do you have other African countries reaching out to your office to try to find out, how this whole year of return thing went about, so that they can also replicate it in their countries? Because
yes, certainly. I think this is where this pan intercontinental and the continental diaspora mobilization also comes in. And we were lucky, or we were quite appreciative of the fact that countries are reaching out to us to share ideas, to see what they can learn from us. And we also definitely can also learn from them. Yeah. I mean, Senegal, for instance, is quite also good at mobilizing their diaspora. We are dealing with them to do so much. Mauritius has come over to Ghana, and Swaziland has come over to Ghana. I'm working with my Togolese counterparts. In fact, as I speak to you, I'll be off on the plane tomorrow, going to Somaliland, because they also want to do something about the diaspora mobilization, and they think we have something that we can share with them. Wow. So I will be a guest of the government to see how we can also,
that's impressive.
Mobilizing their diaspora.
That is impressive. It's good to know that Ghana has started this move and is catching on fire with other African countries. Very, very good to know. Just real quick though, a follow up on the year of return, diaspora coming home concept. I wonder if you're also aware, or if the present office was aware, whilst laying the blocks, as you mentioned, for the year of return, that also in the year 2019, the same year the year of return took place, was 400 years of African American history in the United States, recognized by HR 1242 Commission Act. That was official in this country. I don't know if you guys were aware whilst we were planning all of this, or this was just a coincidence.
Yes, we were very much aware of that.
That commission,
program. Yes, in the U.S., the HR 1242 was something that we were in a way reacting to. But it is very important to point out the fact that Ghana was not being just reactionary to that HR 1242. Ghana, as a country, had always had that Joseph Project, which Joseph Project basically was started during the time of J.H. Kufuor, when Obeche Belamte was the Minister for Tourism and Diaspora Relations. And at that time, the idea was for us to make sure that the diaspora could come back to Ghana after 400 years, just like how the Israelis had, were mobilized to go back and build Israel. We were also, with our Joseph Project, also looked at how the diaspora to come back to Ghana. So we had started something that, as they would say perhaps in Tree, ABABIO, we came together. So we were lucky, and we took a full advantage of it, of course, because of the projects that we are doing, programs like Jamestown to Jamestown, knowing that, Jamestown, from Jamestown to Ghana to Jamestown, Virginia, was also, it took that long of time to 400 years.
And that is what we were also taking advantage of.
Awesome.
And I'm glad.
No, go ahead.
I'm glad, people from the U.S., African descent, were very, very, ready and attentive and came all over. But we did not just restrict it to the U.S. Of course, the president did that Caribbean tour when he visited some of the Caribbean states, Jamaica, Barbados, and all those Caribbean islands. And the response was very, very, positive.
Right.
As a result of which, Ghana and Jamaica, as we speak, do not have to get visas to visit each other. And that we are working towards airlines that would be, carrying people up and down with all the restrictions, out of the way. There was a film premiere that was also launched during that same time of the Year of Return, which was a collaborative work between Jamaica, Ghana, and Barbados, and that was, again, a Joseph project. So,
wow.
All in all, yes.
As we speak, the 2 survivors of Tulsa, Oklahoma are in Ghana.
Yeah. No, they've come back to the U.S. They were here, but they've since gone back. Yeah.
Okay. Steve Harvey has moved. No, Stephen Wonder
is considering. But Steve Wonder, let me tell you.
Go ahead.
Steve Wonder was on the list of those who were going to be given citizenship. He could not come to Ghana because of 1 or 2 issues. But if health and everything had permitted, Steve was going to be in Ghana for the citizenship. There were 126 citizenship that was given. Steve's name was on the list.
When is the next citizenship going to be given out?
I think what is happening right now is that because the 126 that was given was as a result of the Diaspora Affairs, my office, making an appeal to the president to basically use his discretionary powers to do that granting of that citizenship. The president is of the view that he wants to take the opportunity to streamline this process in the future so that there wouldn't have to be any need for anybody appealing to him to then do things like that. Already in our statute books in our country, there are arrangements for attaining that sort of citizenship, which is through the right of abode. That right of abode is a little bit like, making use of the green card to get citizenship. Having lived in Ghana for some time, then we go ahead to, the basis of that, grant you citizenship. But that is not just available to the African American community. It can be, it's available to any other person who takes that right of abode, even a Ghanaian citizen who has, renounced his citizen and coming back for whatever he wants to get back. So now there are plans.
Okay, we think we lost the feed. We shall try and get the director for Diaspora Affairs. We shall be right back. We will try and get him on the feed soon, giving us very, very important information. Please stay with us. You're watching the Progressive Mind Show live here in the studios in Chicago, and we are talking to the head of Diaspora Affairs in the president's office, the president of Ghana's office, and he is giving us very valuable information regarding dual citizenship. We shall be right back after this short break.
Aglow, Aglow, Aglow. Aglow International in Bolingbrook invites you to our meeting this and every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. That is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. There is a crowd.
Aglow, Aglow, Aglow. Aglow Bolingbrook Lighthouse is a network of caring women. We are a dynamic global movement with a single mission to see God's purpose fulfilled on earth as it is in heaven. Our mandate is every nation touched and every heart changed for God. We invite you to our prayer meeting every Saturday and breakfast meeting held every last Saturday of the month from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. via Zoom meeting. For more information, please contact Dickness Rebecca Modi at 630-297-1471 or Reverend George Ofe Ado, our advisor, at 630-414-9505. We look forward to having a refreshing time with you in the Lord. Thank you and stay blessed.
Welcome. Chris Toffee Financial Company is ready and available either group or one-on-one basis to help you understand different investment opportunities in America that you can invest in with any amount. The right college account for your children to withdraw money. We can help you to get appropriate life insurance that you can withdraw money or take loan. And if you're in the process of buying or refinancing a vehicle or a house, we can help by building up your credit score. We also repair credit by permanently removing negative items such as medical bills, collections, late payments, foreclosure, bankruptcy, inquiries. We also help all businesses to get business loans and credit by building their business credit. If you need any of our services, please feel free to contact us at 512-999-6724 or chris@christoffee.com or visit www.christoffee.com. Thank you.
Welcome back to the show. This is the Progressive Minds. My name is Alinco, and we are talking to Mr. ABABIO, aka Dallas. You can see he's giving us the permission to call him Dallas live. You can call him Dallas as well. Now, the phone lines has been open. We apologize for that little break. You already know he's all the way in Ghana, and these technical issues sometimes happen. So please bear with us. I want to remind our listeners that whilst you're watching the Progressive Mind Show live on Facebook and on YouTube, please share it among your friends so that this valuable information can reach everyone. We're building our community, and through this platform, the Progressive Mind Show, we engage in these type of conversations to make our society and our community and our communities better. So also feel free to go on our website. We are 501c. Feel free to go on our website, theprogressivemindshow.com or thepmsshow.com, and make a generous donation to us. It's tax deductible. Okay, we are 501c. So please make sure you can support us so we can improve on our equipment and improve on our programming. We also want to encourage you to, we'll just go straight to our guest now. Wanted to throw in one more announcement, but the phone lines are open. Please go ahead and send in your comment. Your comments have come through. We're going to try to read the comments. Please bear with us. There's a ton of them. But the phone lines have been open now. 815-277-5047. 815-277-5047. Please feel free to ring in now and ask all your questions. Dallas, sorry about that technical glitch. Please continue from where you left off, or if you want me to remind you, I can.
Yes, I think I was on a point where I said something about how the streamlining of the process is enabling us to, put together a bill that is going to go through cabinet and to parliament, which is going to be called the Homeland Return Act. That Homeland Return Act is essentially, and they're going to enable us to have in place a well-structured program and action and, process for citizenship to be attained. Dual citizenship, of course, then as a result, because one gets to keep their own citizenship as well. So that bill, that act, the Homeland Return Act, is essentially aimed at the African descent and those who are looking to come back after so many years. If you are a Ghanaian, you never have any issue with your dual citizenship. Who's a Ghanaian with
we do have a caller on the line. I'm sorry to we have a caller on the line. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from, please.
Calling in from Chicago.
Yes, please go ahead. What's your name?
I wanted to know. My name's Chris King.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Well, I wanted to know if the gentleman speaking, will we ever have a embassy here in Chicago for Ghana?
Okay, Dallas.
Yeah, I think As far as an embassy is concerned, I believe there can only be one embassy per country, and that you have the embassy in Washington, in New York. And I think quite apart from that, we also have the representation at the UN, which is in, oh no, so did I get it wrong? DC and then New York. So those are the representation. So to have any other office to do anything for Ghana would have to be a consulate. And that is in the pipeline. We are looking at that, is being considered, and I believe, perhaps, knowing that there's a big community of diasporans in Chicago, we would work towards make that a reality, I believe, with a matter of time. Yeah.
Okay, Chris, I hope that satisfies your question.
It did, and thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions, or you want to just commend the office of the office of the diaspora, please go ahead and do so. We have our next caller online. Please tell us your name. Hello, caller. Can you tell us your name and where you're calling from, please?
Yes.
Hello, caller. Can you tell us your name and where you're calling from, please?
Yes.
Hello. Hello, caller. Can you tell us your name and?
Yes, hello.
Yes. Can you tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, hello. My name is Tina Scott. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, please. I just wanted to ask your office. I've been married to Ghanaian since 2014, and since he has obtained his U.S. citizenship, and I'm quite interested in achieving my Ghanaian dual citizenship. We have children. I just don't know where to go about or where to begin, if he's even able to obtain citizenship through marriage.
So I didn't get quite everything that you said, but are you originally a Ghanaian who is married to a non-Ghanaian for now? Is that what you said?
No, I'm a U.S. citizen, and I'm married to a Ghanaian who is now a U.S. citizen.
Oh, okay. So by virtue of your marriage, I believe you can come to Ghana and, or even process your application for citizenship. But what we are going to be putting in place in the future is basically the streamlining of that kind of application, which is the Homeland Return Act. But by virtue of your marriage to your husband, you can, basically get that Ghanaian citizenship, in the course of time, and that would then you want citizenship.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and we really appreciate your call. Next caller. The thing is, hopefully we haven't. It's not jammed. Caller, can you tell us your name? Okay, so let's do this. If you're on hold, can you hang up and call us back, because we're having a little bit of glitch. Can you tell us your name, caller, and why you're calling?
My name is Lafayette Davis, and I'm calling from Washington, D.C.
Okay. Yes, please go ahead.
I've made a couple of comments in the comment section. However, I have Ghanaian and Nigerian DNA, 30% and 29%, give or take. I also am Jewish American. I can actually become a Jewish citizen on my way to Israel. I don't understand why African nations do not adopt a right of return for African diaspora. The African Jewish Americans from all over the world have literally put Israel on the map. They've contributed billions of dollars since this was established as a country. I don't know why the information is sitting out there. Israel has a seat at the African Union, but there's not an African group from the diaspora that has a seat at the African Union. African Americans have somewhere between $10 to $12 trillion in wealth. Their money is captured. The tax system in the country. I'm a tax accountant. The tax system in the United States, not only in the United States, but also in Britain, Australia, Canada. the Five Eyes, it literally captures people of African descent money because they are locked out of the international monetary system when it comes to the tax system.
Okay.
People, I have Americans who are from all over the world, and they can literally take their money and move it almost anywhere in the monetary system, international system, and get tax benefits.
Right.
But African Americans cannot.
Right.
And this is not by accident.
Okay.
This is by design. And if African nations would just, if they want foreign reserve money, open your doors.
Okay.
Make us legal.
Sir.
Give us a path so we can invest.
Yes. So he's going to respond to the question. Okay. Please, when you call, I just want to say this quickly to our audience. We do appreciate your concern and your calls, but please, because the line is jamming, everybody wants to ask a question. You want to make it as snappy as you can, and so he can, and then give him the chance to respond, so we can go to the next one. So thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Dallas.
Well, the question is,
I think the
Israeli model.
Okay, you want them to adopt the Israeli model.
Right return citizenship model.
Okay.
I don't quite get everything that he was saying, but if a little bit of what I've got is that, if I believe I heard him right, is that he wants us to open our doors to give the opportunity for people to attain that sort of the president.
And then move resources freely into Ghana.
Yes, in theory, that is what we have done. We are saying we are not asking for any DNA test before we give anybody our citizenship. No, the citizenship drive that we did in Ghana didn't have any DNA test to basically find out whether you are in that part of Africa or whatever. We didn't go that way. So our doors are open, but it is important, and I want to say this. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's important that people should know that, whether we like it or not, throughout history, nations have been established. Ghana has been established, which never used to be there when the slavery was taking place. It was a slavery people were taken from Africa as a continent. That, as far as we know, that there was also that Gold Coast or whatever you might call it. But since becoming a sovereign country called Ghana, we have some rules and regulations that enable us to, effectively handle some of the things that confront us. So one of which is that we have rules and regulations for making people citizens. And that is what we have been working on, even without this Homeland Return Act, which basically enable us to accept people from the African American community to come back to Ghana as citizens. We have done this not just as recently as we have given to only some few people, but we did it with Angela Milo and throughout, Du Bois and all those renowned people who came. So we are open. We are inviting you. You have every right. But of course, in this day and age, people's identity need to be established. Basic processes have to be done, like giving a police report of who somebody is before you handle people and give them the whatever. But that is not a hindrance of any sort. That is an open invitation to the diaspora African American community, African Caribbean, African descent, to say this is a place you can also call home. It can come to us.
I think our next call is from Atlanta. Can you tell us your name and where you call and your question, please? It looks like you're calling from ATL. Is that correct?
Yes, this is James Pope.
Okay, James, go ahead with your question or your comment.
Yes, me and my wife here are actually in Ghana. We've been coming back and forth to Ghana for the last 3 years. And by DNA, I took a DNA ancestry test from African ancestry, and my DNA comes back as Ghana, and my grandmother's side of the family. And I was just wondering, because we just feel like we're coming back to Ghana. We choose Ghana as the home we want to stay. We want to come back and we want to work and invest. And I was wondering, why do you have to go through the strange process if my DNA is proven to be from Ghana? Go through the strange process of waiting 5 or 10 years and the process of getting residency, which we do have residency, before we can get our citizenship. When we want to be able to back and invest.
I'm glad you already say in Ghana. I don't think we are doing any. We are using DNA, as I've said, to establish whether you really are from Ghana. We don't do. We haven't done that. At least
I
not.
think it's talking about the wait time. I think he's saying it takes too much of a long time. Is that correct, sir?
Well, what I'm saying is, I know that you don't do the DNA requirements, but we already went out the way to get our DNA evidence just because. I didn't realize where it came back from, but now I understand the paperwork says it come back from Ghana. But I just want to get a clarification on how long it would take us to get our citizenship. We're going through several processes. We spend a lot of money here. We love the country. We're learning trees. We just want to get we feel like we're here and we belong here. We want to get our citizenship. We want to know why is the process so strenuous for people that already connect here.
Okay.
You know, my people
how
here,
long has it taken you so far? How long has it been so far since you were trying to get your citizenship?
Well, I've been going back and forth for 3 years. I first came in 2018. I didn't know anything about the year return. Me and my family, we came here.
So
and
you
I
applied,
decided, hey, this is where I want to
for the
move.
citizenship and it's taking 3 years now? Is that what you're saying?
No, well, I haven't lived here steady for 3 years. We just moved here permanently this year. We bought land and we did a whole lot of things trying to invest in the country.
Okay.
We just don't understand how long the process is going to take for us to actually get this.
Okay. Have you applied yet?
No, sir, I have not. Because I was told it would be 5 to 10 years I have to stay here before I can get it.
Oh, okay. Now you're going to hear from him directly. Go ahead.
No, I think that is what we are looking to streamline. I keep using the word streamline because exactly those concerns are to be addressed with this Homeland Return Act. That would basically let everybody know what transparency measures have been put in place to make it obvious that this is what you have to do to get your citizenship. So that act, I'm afraid, is in the pipeline. The president has actually, as a matter of urgency, asked for that to be, in place, and it's very, very much on course. So, of course, in the meantime, you have to wait. And in the meantime, we are not in any way hesitating in giving people the resident permit to enable them to stay and live here until, they get what they are looking for.
Right.
We haven't hesitated in doing that.
So currently,
yes, sir, we do have our residency permit.
Okay.
And we're excited to be here. We're ready to move on to get citizenship. I know we have to pay our dues, but if we just have some clarity on the timeline, so we can start the benefits of being our nation.
Right.
Yeah, you're breaking off. But if I heard you, yes, exactly as you have said, we're giving you your residence permit with no hesitation.
Yes.
Every day I get people coming into the office asking for us to recommend for them to be given by the Immigration Service. We kindly do that for no fee. We don't just accept that they want to come back, and it's in response to the clarion call by the president. That is why they have come.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I think that basically currently it takes about 5 to 10 years to gain your citizenship. But what you're saying, Dallas, is that what the case is? Does it?
Yeah, the right of abode. The right of abode is definitely going to short circuit that 10-year. We equally find that rather unbearable.
Yeah.
And seriously speaking, if in the spirit of asking people who genuinely are coming back to where they want, they have their ancestral roots, that length of time is not, so even though the right of abode has been in our statute books and everything available for people to take advantage of, you will be amazed to know that some of the people that we gave citizenship to had lived in Ghana for about 20 years, not even taking advantage of the right of abode because they felt it wasn't appropriate. So,
Right. Because they could do almost everything with the green card, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, more or less.
And enjoy
the right of.
Okay, but the right of abode is going to streamline the process and hopefully.
No, the right of abode already has its own streamlined process.
Okay.
And the Homeland Return Act is the one that is going to deal with it. And that is going to streamline and short circuit.
And what's the end goal? What are you aiming to bring it down to? 6 months, 1 year? Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think as I wouldn't want to speculate on that. There's a whole lot of
people in parliament who have got, more authority in discussing this issue to know how many months or weeks or years it should be before we make it.
Absolutely. Look, the phone lines are so jammed, and it's not because, it's just because of the love that people have for Africa and Ghana, and so when we ask how long is it going to take, we want it to be quick. It's just because a lot are hungry to come home, and so we're praying that Parliament would look at it very closely and expedite this for folks. Look at the amount of money the guy just mentioned. There's a ton of money that is waiting to be transported to the economy of Ghana, West Africa, but we're talking about Ghana right now. And so there's nothing that should, I think all of this should encourage us and our lawmakers to expedite, the process, if not for anything, for the good of Ghana and for its people. So I guess that's the message that folks are trying to put across. So my brother, I hope your question has been answered satisfactorily by Dallas.
Yes, sir, it has. I appreciate your time.
We appreciate you calling. You can subscribe and just make sure that you follow the Progressive Mind Show for more of these, okay?
I will do. Thank you.
My pleasure, and thank you for calling. We have another caller online. Can you please tell us your name and where you're calling from, please?
Hi.
Hello. Please go ahead with your name and why you're calling.
Yes, my name is Katina, and we're calling from Washington State.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I was wondering if you could explain the difference between the residency, the multi-entry visa, and citizenship. And because I heard him mention they're working on residency, so it'd be nice to have some understanding between the three.
Okay.
So the difference between what? Resident permits and citizenship and what's the third one? The multiple entry visa.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose these are quite clear in the labels given to them. With the resident permits, basically we give that to you as a visitor who has the right to stay and work and live in Ghana, just like any other person, but of course without being a citizen. So you have every right to do everything that I tell you. If you come to Ghana, the normal hospitality that we are noted for, once you've given somebody the resident permits, you wouldn't even find any difference between that person living in Ghana and any other person living in Ghana.
Yeah.
That is how it is.
Right.
We give you that right to then be able to go in and out of the country as you want to, with that resident permit.
Right.
And then, of course, the multiple visa is basically given to you as at the point where you are even yet to enter Ghana. So that can be given to you whilst you are in America to signify that, yes, you can come in and go out of Ghana as many times as you want. But you can only get the resident permit once you are in Ghana to apply for that. You can't get the resident permit while you are, in the States. For instance, you have to come to Ghana together. And of course, citizenship, as it is like any other citizenship of any country. That is something that you either have it through your, blood links, or through your parents, or through your, marriage, or through, that right of abode, or, the other avenues for getting citizenship, just like in other jurisdictions, that, we can give it to you on, compassionate grounds by the president, or, either giving it to you because, we find you a worthy citizen, etc. So those are the differences. But essentially, what is required by the African American community is, like we are trying to work on, the Homeland Return Act, making it possible for them to come in at a specified period, not as long as the right of abode, getting that citizenship and being part of, a big family. Yes.
Yeah. So how quickly could you get the residency after you arrive? And
I think the likelihood is that if you are coming to Ghana, you are coming in with a visa, of course. So either that.
I think we just had a little glitch. Just bear with us. We'll try and get him Go ahead.
Either that or the airlines wouldn't even bring you to Ghana because the airlines.
Dallas, I think we lost you for a second. So if you can repeat yourself from the beginning.
I was talking about how, do you want me to go back as far as the three distinctions?
No.
Okay.
I think where she asked how long you have to stay, and then when you started responding is when we lost you.
Oh, okay. So I think how long it's all going to be down to
before you get residency.
Before you come into the country, you would have been given a visa for entry. Without that visa entry, no airline will bring you to Ghana. So once you come to Ghana, most likely, whether it is a multiple visa entry or whatever entry it is, or whatever visa it is, if you have clear intentions to stay, then you can come and we would recommend you for that right of the resident permit. That would be the extension to your stay in Ghana, which basically, then gives you the right to stay. But of course, that is something that migration would have to process, and that migration have got a criteria for dealing with that, among which, and reasonably, that you should have the means to maintain yourself. I mean, I believe you wouldn't want to come to Ghana and not know where you're going to lay your head, how you're going to have that stream of income to maintain yourself. And, basic things like, not running away from justice somewhere, therefore, cause some police or whatever, criminal record, some sort,
Awesome. Ma'am, I hope that answers your question.
It does. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. And we encourage you to keep watching the Progressive Mind Show live on Facebook and on our YouTube page. Hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. So anytime we come up with these type of resources, you'll be able to get access to. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you also for calling. We ask that you keep your calls coming. However, because it's been a ton of calls coming in, we're not able to pick all your calls, but he is here for the next hour. The show continues. It's what? It's 2 minutes after 5 p.m. CST Central, and he's here for the next hour. So please keep your calls coming in, and so you can ask all your questions, your comments. He will try as much as possible to answer them. Okay, so we apologize to the ones that we couldn't take, the ones that the calls that dropped abruptly. It was not intentional. It was just due to the incoming calls. So please bear with us as we try to take the next one. There's one that was coming from Ghana. Please feel free to ring in again. The phone lines is free now. We don't have any jam. You can call at this moment so we can get your question or comment through to Dallas. Let's see if we can get some comments from our Facebook and YouTube followers. We are also live on Twitter. This says work permit accompanies the residency permit. Thank you so much. We have a caller. Please get some comments from our Facebook and YouTube followers. We are also live on Twitter. This says work permit accompanies residency. I'm sorry, I think we have a feedback. Can you tell us your name and why you're calling in?
Yes, hi. My name is Latasha from New Jersey.
Hello, Latasha. You're welcome to the Progressive Mind Show, and please go ahead with your question or comment.
Yes, hi. I am wondering if the gentleman can break down what the Homeland Return Act will include. Like, what are the requirements that will be required of us in the diaspora?
The gentleman's name is Dallas. That's his nickname.
Yes, my name is Dallas. Feel free to call me Dallas. Natasha.
From Ghana.
Yeah, Natasha.
How do you like Ghana?
Oh, I love it. This was my second trip.
Okay. All right. He's going to respond to you.
Great. Yeah, Natasha, the issue about the Homeland Return Act is that it is something in the pipeline, and I would be helping you by giving you things that, would really be speculative at this stage, that may not be approved or may be approved by, House of Parliament. So at this stage, just please bear with me to just say that indeed, I happen to be a member of the committee myself. So I know what's in there. And basically, I can assure you that it is basically to facilitate and to short circuit and to, enable you to get what you desire and what you merit as, coming back to the home. Therefore, that name of Homeland Return Act. But at this stage, I'm not in a position to tell you exactly what qualifies, blah blah blah. On the highest level, what you need to qualify as to merit it is basically to be of the African descent. That's it.
Wow. Okay. As long as you have an African descent, you qualify. Okay.
Okay.
So I hope that answers your question.
It does, and I just want to give a plug for everyone to visit the Volta region because that's where my ancestry is, from the Ewe people.
Okay, so you must be my sister because I'm an Ewe. I'm from the Volta region, okay?
Oh, I was just installed.
Okay, so you are the new mama.
I am.
Of what village?
Okay.
Okay. I went to school in Mauli. I went to Mauli school in Ho.
Oh, wonderful,
Yes,
wonderful.
Absolutely. So stay in touch. You can contact us on our social media platforms. Instagram is the Progressive Mind Show. Of course, our YouTube. I'm sure you're watching us from the YouTube or Facebook page.
Yes, I'm on the YouTube channel right now.
Yes. Our email address is info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. Feel free to contact us at any time so we can talk offline since you're my sister.
Okay, I definitely will. All right. Thank you so much, both of you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. And we will take the next call. I think this one is from Ghana. Hello, caller. Can you tell us your name and why you're calling?
Okay, I definitely will.
Hello. Hello. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes. Can you please go ahead with your name and why you're calling? Hello, caller. Can you hear us? Okay, let's try this. Hello, caller. Can you tell us your name?
Yes, Anthony from Tallahassee. Anthony Tallahassee.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yes. Good afternoon. My name's Anthony. I'm from Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay. Thank you for calling in, and please go ahead with your question.
Yes, sir. Mr. Dallas, thank you for everything. And I just wanted to ask, I have a son who's in Ghana right now, and he came in on a multiple visa. And we wanted to know, he's extended his visa once. Can he continue to extend his visa until he gets his residency permit?
Yes, he can do that visa extension. And I think for most people, that extension from time to time begins to be a bit burdensome. And therefore, you need to get that resident permits that, it take away the hassle of going through the process of, applying for extension all the time. So that is why a lot of people opt for the resident permit, which basically gives you the right to live here and, wait for whatever you want to do.
Okay, I hope that satisfies your question, sir. Okay, I think we dropped that call. Please keep the calls coming in. It's 8 minutes past 5 p.m. We're still on the Progressive Mind Show here in the beautiful city of Chicago. We'll take the next caller for Dallas. Hello, please tell us why you're calling and your name, please.
Hi, this is Lois. I'm calling from Ghana. I'm from the U.S., from New York. I was on the list of citizens of the 126 that he mentioned, and it was actually 252. Of that, 126 will get their citizenship, and the remainder of us, like of the other 126, we're still waiting. And I just want to know what's happening with that.
Okay.
Great. I think, yes, you are right. The original list that we sent to the president, which he gladly agreed that they should all be given. The president didn't have any, lists that any criteria for opting people in or out. The list of 252 was what he agreed to. When it came to the time for the people to come forward for the process to really give them the citizenship, some had traveled out of the country, some were not available, and therefore couldn't make themselves available. So it is as if by some magic, 126 out of the 252 were given. So at that time, I think I would have to mention that two people were not able to get it because they failed the test of, appropriateness. Either they have entered Ghana through some illegal means or whatever. The law had to take its course for those. But other than that, the 126 people were available, and the rest are still being, in the process. We are trying to get it sorted. I believe the last time I saw the Minister of Interior, he has agreed that that they should come forward with the list, and that he is prepared to do what is required, because the president has basically, in principle, has agreed that this should be done. So yes, it's a little bit of logistical thing that has to be in place to do it, and I think we are in the process of trying to get this sorted. If you bear with that,
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I would say that just as every now and then when we have been ready or when we are trying to sort things out, something terrible has happened. Like, when we had that COVID, and the COVID, basically, they wouldn't allow so many things to be done at the beginning. Now, at least we are getting back into normal times, and I believe we should be, working on this to get this over and done with.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next caller, please tell us your name and why you're calling.
This is Dr. McCann here in Chicago.
Hello, Dr. McCann. Your comment question for Dallas.
Oh, yes. I really wanted to send in a comment also. And what I wanted to know was how do we get supplies to Ghana? Like the clothing, shoes, toys for the kids.
How do you get yourself to Ghana? How do you clothe yourself to Ghana?
Those, Dr. McCain, those ones we can do an internal organization and have these things shipped to Ghana. And so his office deals with much major things. It's not to say that shipping.
I would still want to just pass a quick comment that we are a tropical country.
No, I had a bigger issue. How do you order from Ghana? Like you order from China?
I think okay. I think there are so many Ghanaian shops that are offering, internet web, delivery services, etc. So now you should be able to go to some sites in Ghana here on the internet and other stuff that you want to take, for yourself. And luckily, there are so many Ghanaian shops that are also open, I believe in America, I believe in Europe, and all over the place. Living in UK, I realized that one could buy even the food that you want to eat when you come to Ghana here, get used to it. You can start eating that in the US, in the UK before you come down. Everything is available now. Thank God it's a small village, global village. And Ghana is part of that global.
Okay,
village.
well, I'll hang up and I'll continue to listen. Everything sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are looking forward to you coming.
Thank you.
When are you visiting Ghana, Dr. McCain?
I'll let you know.
Thank you so much for calling. The phone line is 815-277-5047. So many of you, we're not able to get through. We want to encourage you that keep it coming. A few have sent me messages, personal messages, and the comments. Let's see if I can get through some of the comment. Let's see here. It says, this is from Lee, L.E. Lonnie, David. Let me take this call and then we can go to the comment. Caller, can you please hold for a second? Let's see, guess we get through this comment. Candice Williams, I had not traveled. I was totally available. I was even interviewed on the same day as my husband. I still didn't get citizenship and my husband did. Neither of us is Ghanaian. Okay, so
I know what this Williams issue is about, and his husband got it, he didn't get it. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yes, because there was some mishap in the whole list of names that was taken forward. At some point, I believe the names gave the impression there was a duplicate. And that is how. So we've spoken about it. She's aware that we are not, we didn't use any criteria to take her out. So I'm sorry, but we are going to address this issue as earliest as possible.
Thank you. Caller, please tell us your name and why you're calling.
Peace, brother. I'm Terrius Bruce, and I'm currently in Arkansas. And I've been to Ghana several times. I actually just got back from Ghana. I've been there for 7 months, and then I came back, and now I'm in Arkansas. So my question is, being in Ghana, I applied for my resident permit, and hearing the conversation today, I would like to understand the steps in attaining dual citizenship. What is it that has to be done in order to get dual citizenship? What are the laid out steps? That's my question.
I think that is what I've been trying to address all throughout this session. The Homeland Return Act is something new, completely new, that is going to streamline the process. Until then, what we have available for obtaining the citizenship is the right of abode, which basically gives you the rights of that resident permit, right of abode, for a period of about 8 years, and then you get the citizenship. Just like somebody getting his green card over a period in America and then subsequently getting his citizenship. But we realized that was not being quite effective and very appreciated and liked by people who patronized, basically. So the Homeland Return Act is trying to streamline this process, is trying to bring some transparency into it and let people know exactly what they are into even before they come to Ghana, so that they would know that it's what would give me the citizenship. But other than that, like we've just done, and which is not just peculiar to something not just this government has done, even the previous governments had also done that, is to use the discretion that the president has to grant citizenship from time to time. So in principle, the president had agreed to 252, that a list that we as an office had, advocated on behalf of those who were looking for in the past to get them citizenship. That is why he agreed to that 252. And that's only a few of them, or just like William has said, a mix-up in the case of one or two, which did not give them the promise to the citizenship. Other than that, the discretion of the president was what was going to give them citizenship. So other than the discretion, other than the right of abode, other than by marriage or by the normal acquisition of citizenship through some other means, Ghana is available and is offering citizenship in that respect. But as in line with the spirit of the year of return, in line with the spirit of the beyond the return, in line with our aim that we want to appeal to our brethren in the diaspora to basically fill in the gap that we have left with Ghana without without aid. We would need to fall on our people and our friends from the diaspora, and we would want to make sure that they don't come in and fill the gap, but they come in and get all the obligations and rights of a citizenship. So that is what we want to do, which is why we want to give citizenship to those who are keen to be with us, to live with us, to work with us, and to, be part of us.
Okay. Thank you so much. My brother, I hope this satisfies your question.
I did have one. I did want to kind of follow up. So you said those
Quickly,
things, but
because-
is there going to be some type of consistency across the board as to
Oh,
how?
yes, that consistency is going to come with the Homeland Return Act. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you so much, brother. Keep watching the Progressive Mind Show on Facebook and Twitter, Facebook and YouTube. Twitter, of course. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification so each time we come across, you can be part of the conversation. Okay. This is another call. Please tell us your name and where you're calling, please. Hello, caller.
Yes, my name is Monisha, and I'm calling from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay. Go ahead.
Can
Monisha.
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Monisha. Please go ahead.
Okay, my name is Monisha, and I'm calling from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes.
I'll be in Ghana in December, and I will be applying for a residency permit. And I just wanted to know if there's anything else that I need to apply for simultaneously along with the residency permit.
I think it's only fair that if you're going to, ahead of time that you would do this, you come with the required, documentation that would enable this to be done. One of which I know for certain is that you would be required to declare how you're going to be sustaining yourself over the period of time that you want to be resident in Ghana, awaiting your citizenship or whatever you might be waiting for. And then also, you would also have to have an indication of where you want to live, and possibly an agreement with some landlord or something to indicate that you are not going to be on the street, that you would have a right of place to live. And again, one other thing is that you would have some bank account to enable you to do that, monetary transactions and transfer money to support yourself. Indeed, I'm excited to let people know that the banks are lately rather are trying to be as progressive as possible, and looking forward to dealing with all these new arrivals and looking to see how they can facilitate their banking processes and banking opportunities that can be offered to the diaspora. Specifically, some banks have been queuing up, coming to my office to make inquiries to find out how they can be of assistance, they can be of help, and I believe these opportunities can be fully utilized to enable you to realize these opportunities.
Thank you so much for the response, Dallas. I hope that satisfies your question, please. Monisha.
Okay, so would I apply for my residency permit with the Ghana Immigration Service?
Yes, you have to come to Ghana first before you can apply. So yes, anytime you apply with the immigration service in Ghana, that's resident permit. And
Monisha,
yes.
can you turn down the volume of the set you are listening to us on? It's giving us a lot of feedback.
Yes.
Because we can hear, we're getting feedback. We want to be able to be audible. So yeah, good. This is awesome. Dallas, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, so that was Monisha with her question, and Dallas, thank you so much for helping out with these questions. I know it's been an hour and a half, almost an hour and a half since we started. Wanted to take a break, but the calls keep coming, so we'll take this short break though. Let's take this short break. We'll come back and continue the show with the Progressive. welcome back to the show. This is the Progressive Minds. My name is Alinko, and on today's episode, this afternoon's episode, we're talking to Mr. Yes, I wanted to say doctor, but it's Mr. Mr. ABABIO, aka Dallas. He's the director of Diaspora Affairs at the President's Office in Ghana, and he's answering and trying to clear these dual citizenship questions and issues. We have another caller on the line. We'll try and take this one real quick. Caller, please tell us your name and why you are calling into the show this evening.
My name is George.
Yes.
Actually, I'm calling from Ghana.
Awesome. All the way in Ghana. I think it's around it's about 10:30 p.m. thereabout.
Yes, exactly, precisely.
Awesome.
Okay. The first batch, my husband and I filed for citizenship in October 2018. We did everything, and we were not called. Then the second batch, we got a confirmation online. They recalled, I think, Dr. Olivia, but nothing to date. We've been coming to Ghana since 2003. We have done substantial philanthropic work. We built a school up in Gwenu. I mean, we have done a whole lot. We shipped 2 containers, 2 40-foot containers, distributed to villages, orphanages, and, etc. We have everything documented, the work that we have done, and to date, it is now 2021 and no citizenship. Unfortunately, also, I must say, my great uncle is George Padmore. So it leaves me feeling very disenfranchised and let down. And I know there are other Americans like this. So,
When did you say you were first interviewed?
Pardon me?
When were you first interviewed?
I applied for the citizenship in October 2018 when that online form.
2018. Sorry?
I applied in October 2017, my husband and I. The grant, Lenny Grant and Grant.
Yeah. And what happened? Did you say? Hello? In 2008, look, I think because you are in Ghana, you can choose to come to the office, and I can even explain this better for you. But for the benefit of other listeners, I suppose I would point out the fact that some people who had been interviewed during the 2018 process were not originally on the 252 names that had been certified by the president, either because they came in late or the organizations that they had come through that had put them forward had not done the proper things at the beginning, and therefore their names had not been part of the 252. Now, with the 252 names that we presented to the president, once it was signed, there was no way we were going to be able to add names to the list that had already been signed by the president, which is why we said that, yes, those who were coming after that list had been signed would have to also wait for the other opportunity. I don't believe, the president gave us any criteria for eliminating anyone from the list. It's unfortunate that despite all the philanthropic work that you have done in Ghana, you should be left out of this. I believe, we need to rectify this. We need to make sure that you continue to be in a position to provide those services and those opportunities for other people in the country. So I tell you, anytime there's anything of that nature going forward, and that is what I guess I repeat this over and over, the streamlining of this whole process with that Homeland Return Act is meant to address this issue so that there will be transparency, so that there will be clarity, so that it will be quite, predictive. People would know what they are in for and what is going to come out of it, and what's metrics that we use to.
What do we do now? What do we do?
I think what he's saying is that since you're already in Ghana, can you maybe visit him at his office? If you go to his office, he'll be the best position to help you out.
I think so. Yes, that would be advisable. I've already given you that. You have a.
What's your name again, madam?
Lenny Grant and Joy Grant.
Okay, so he's going to be out of the town. I think you said Monday, right, Dallas?
Yes. I travel out of the country on Monday. I believe in my absence, there are still people who can look after you. But if you want me to have the opportunity to meet you and talk about this and see how best, we deal with it, then I'm going to be available a week today.
Okay. So there you have it, ma'am. Please take a visit to his office. He's more than able to assist you. His office will be in his absence. Like I said, if you want to meet him in person, he's already said you can come and see him. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure, and thank you so much for tuning in into the Progressive Mind Show. We hope that you keep watching and following us on YouTube so we can keep building our societies and our communities through dialogues. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
You too. Continue the good work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, it's 30 minutes after 5 p.m., 33 minutes after 5 p.m. here in the beautiful city of Chicago. We're still talking to Dallas, Mr. ABABIO, Director of Diaspora Affairs. And I would, at this moment, want to address Exum Tegaru. Exum Tegaru, I think you're watching us on YouTube. I've been following some of your comments. Thank you so much for your support. But I want to address this. The Akata is not any word to be described or to be used for any community or any people. It is derogatory. It's not a endearing word. It's not an endearing word. It is very derogatory, and I'd like you to look it up now. Once you see the meaning, I hope you should get some information regarding this term you're using, not to address it or not to use it on any platform or to address anybody. Akata is derogatory. Okay, please. Exum Tegaro, hopefully you'll desist from using that word, and just be mindful. Okay. We would continue our conversation with Dallas and see if we can get some more. Yeah, exactly. Somebody's uttering slurs and we don't want that. Please be mindful. Okay. I think that I'm trying to get these questions that came through that I missed earlier. Okay. Exum, is it Axum? Yeah, we urge you to be very respectful to everybody, people who have come on the platform, be respectful to your platform, and give people the chance to be able to express themselves. Express yourself, but just be respectful. This is Daniel Clayton. Dallas said they are not going to make that a part of the Homeland Return Act because they know many people want to settle in Ghana, so they are opening it up to all. I'm trying to see what question this one is connected to. The phone lines, for those who have been trying to get in, it has eased down now. The jam has eased down, so you can go ahead and ring in and ask your question. It's 815-277-5047. Abdul Sharif is the process to obtain citizenship. Not Afro diasporans, Europeans, white, Chinese, and etc. marry Ghanaians. Yes, this is accurate, but Chinese leave their wives for. Okay, so this is a comment. I'm trying to see. There's a question that I wanted to get to Dallas. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see here. How do we? I think there's a call coming through. Let's pick that. I'm trying to see if we can get that call at the same time. This is for Linda Gorman. How is the contact office of Diaspora Affairs? Okay, I think they want to get a contact office. Are you Dallas? Is there any direct contact number?
Yes, you can contact us with the office lines, which is available at our website, and also through the email address of the office, which is also available at our website.
Awesome. Awesome. We have a caller on the line. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Flip Samuel. I'm calling from London.
Yes. Hey, Samuel. Thanks for calling in. Dallas is right here.
Oh, good. Right. I can ask my question now.
Yes, please.
Yeah. What I want to know, Dallas was encouraging people to come to Ghana. It's very, very good. The people who are coming to Ghana are accustomed to perhaps a better healthcare system than they can currently get in Ghana. Now, is the Ministry of Health or is Dallas's ministry, are they making any steps to encourage doctors and nurses and other healthcare systems to either to re-emigrate to Ghana so that they would cater to the new citizens who are accustomed to a better healthcare system than Ghana currently has? In other words, the healthcare system in Ghana is lacking at the moment, and any new entrants to Ghana will require quality healthcare.
Hello?
Yes. Did that question come? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, thank you for drawing attention to our
that was my question.
Our health facilities. I don't believe anyone.
Yeah, he can hear you. He's responding to you, but you would have to be by your device. You have to be by your Facebook or YouTube, whatever you're watching us from. You have to go there too.
I don't believe we have to necessarily complete or do whatever we have to do with our healthcare facilities before we ask for those who want to join us to join us. When you ask visitors to come to your house, you invite people to come to your place where you live, to have dinner with you. What you have to eat yourself is not what you have prepared extraordinarily that you invite people to. We are very much aware of the state of our delivery of healthcare, and yet we believe that those who are also looking to come to us have got other requirements far ahead of just the basic health care. That perhaps makes it paramount for them to consider coming to Ghana. For instance, look, you don't realize how, it is for you when you have been able to come to Ghana and you can walk the streets of Ghana with a chest out and not be scared that some police or soldier guy is going to, the next minute or so shoot you for some basic errors or what's up, a response that they don't expect you to get. So I don't think these health needs alone is something that should be the consideration for us to say, yes, now we want people to come to us. I think we offer far more than just, singling out the health, the state of our health facilities.
Well, but the government is working hard to improve on health facilities in Ghana, though.
We are working to improve almost everything that there is to be improved on.
Okay.
And that is a basic recognition of the fact that, we are a developing state, a developing nation. So there is so much to be done. And we are, as a government, the president and his team are doing everything. We were, quite excellent with our handling of the
Looks like we have a call on the line. Maybe you can tie your response to the caller's comment or question. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dallas. Caller, please tell us your name and why you're calling. Hello, caller.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Yes, please go ahead with your name and why you're calling. Dallas is here to respond to you.
Yes, I'm calling in regards. I am an African American that is now in Ghana.
Okay.
I've been here for a month or so, and I'm interested in investing in housing, property, and I would love to find out where I can get the most perfect guidance about that, as well as apply. That I heard you about applying for residency. However, the medical, and how would you be working with us that are planning to move to Ghana with the medical services, the housing, and the banking?
Sorry?
Shipping your goods.
Okay, so you want to inquire how you can ship your goods and how you can apply, how you can engage in realtor business in Ghana? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Real estate business. Okay. How you can acquire the license and engage in these things. Dallas, does your office provide resources to people who want to?
What is your email?
Sorry?
Oh, go on. Go on and continue that sentence. Uh-huh.
No, I was asking Dallas if their office helped with what you're asking.
I think we have the links to other institutions and entities that deal with these issues that we would happily, link you up to enable you to get these advice and these services if required.
Absolutely.
But I think as far as shipping your stuff to Ghana, perhaps, agencies in America would be able to tell you more than what we can do for you. And I believe if perhaps you need something from any state agency, then the best place to get any information as far as that is concerned will be the Ghana embassy or the consulate, if any consulate is near your place. But yes, once you are here in Ghana and you want to have the opportunity to talk to, or even before you come to any of the housing agencies, etc. Again, there are so many agencies that are working with the government, with our office, to enable people coming in to take advantage of the system as it is. Even with land acquisition, some people are actually, and some chiefs are offering lands for development work, and people are, getting themselves ready to build their own places as and when required.
Oh. Now, let me ask you this. I'll be here this time. I've been here 3 times. 3 times already this year. How can I directly speak with you or someone tomorrow?
Okay.
I'm leaving
she wants to speak with you, Dallas, directly.
Oh, directly. Yeah. I don't mind giving you my phone number to talk to me directly. But like I said already on this show, I'll leave Ghana tomorrow. I'll be back on the next, I'll be back next Sunday, a week from today. But other than that, yes, my number is available. I can give you my emails as well for you to contact us if you want to.
Okay, I can take it down now.
You want to take it right now, online? Is that what you permit?
Dallas, would you prefer that they contact the Progressive Minds and then we send it to them, or you would want to give it out live?
That it will be appropriate, yes.
Okay, so madam, can you contact the Progressive Mind Show? Take our email down. It's info.
Yeah.
.progressiveminds@gmail.com.
Can you repeat it again?
Info.
Okay.
Dot progressive minds.
Yes.
@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or you can ring 815.
Yes.
409-9123. 815-409-9123. Okay.
Okay, and what are the times the ones can call?
You can call. It's 24/7. You can anytime you can reach out to us. If you go on our social media as well, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you can send us an email. But it's 24 hours. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'll be speaking to a real person.
Yes, please.
Okay, not a voice.
No, you'll be speaking to a real
Okay.
person. If you don't get a real person, leave a message. You can send us an email. We will send you the information that you're looking for. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And what's your name again?
Camille Milata.
Okay, Camille Milata.
K-A-M-I-L. Yes, K-A-M-I-L-I. Last name Milata.
Excellent.
N-I-L-A-T-A. And also, Chief Nathaniel Stiles.
Nathaniel
So
Stiles.
we're here now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Chief.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My first name is
Thank you.
Nathaniel too, so I can't forget.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And,
So
and
we'll be
more
looking
importantly,
forward to-
Dallas is not going to forget. So thank you so much for reaching out.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to this
We'll be
contact.
running right away. Thank
Absolutely. And he said he'll be looking out for looking forward to it. So thank you once again. All right. So you can keep your calls coming in. It's 815. We only have about 10 minutes to go. Let's take this one. I think this call has been trying to come through all day. Can you tell us your name, ma'am or madam, and where you're calling from?
My name is Darnell Clayton, and I'm calling from South Carolina.
Excellent.
And,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this year I went to Sierra Leone, and they have a streamlined citizenship process. Like, if you can prove ancestry through, like, you're related to a tribe, they grant you citizenship. It takes like 10 days, very streamlined. And I think there's like 60 of us. And so I was wondering if Ghana will like consider something similar. And my second question is, will they do like citizenship by investment? Like some countries like Portugal have this option. And I was like wondering if Ghana will consider doing something like that. So, but yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. That was straight to the point. Dallas would respond to it.
Yeah, citizenship by consideration for what you call a financial inducement or something like that.
Yeah,
that what
like
you said?
invest.
And then what else did he talk about? I think I'm trying not to be speculative with this Homeland Return Act, but there are so many considerations in it. We are learning from what other African countries are also doing, not just African countries, what other diasporian mobilizations have been, done throughout the world with Egypt. With Israelis, with the Ethiopians, I think Morocco is also doing very well. Senegal, and we have the Chinese models and the Japanese models. Every one of them is being considered, and we are going to come up with something that I believe would be very acceptable and would be taken up by the community
Okay. Thank you so much, Dallas, for responding to that. Sir, I hope he answered your question.
Yeah. I was asking about that because I was like, other countries had systems like ancestry. Like Ireland's pushing hard to get people in America through Irish descent to become citizens, and Sierra Leone is as well. And so, some of my friends are asking about Ghana, but they trace their roots to Ghana. So, but yeah.
Okay. Again, I hope that he responded to your question. I hope if he didn't, he can try to clarify. This is why he is here.
Okay, yeah. So you answered my question. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. That's what I wanted to make sure of. Thank you so much for ringing in and for supporting the Progressive Mind Show. Please keep watching. Please keep subscribing and support us on our website, theprogressivemindshow.com. Your donations are what sustains us. As we are 501c, so your donations are tax deductible. So just keep that in mind and keep sharing the word. This is where we build our communities through dialogue, and we really, really appreciate your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. And the lines are still open. We have about 10 minutes to go. Dallas will respond to a few more questions. I have Timothy Whit, who says, "True, I was safer in Ghana than America." Some of you have been trying to get through, and we will be wrapping up in a little while. I have a ton of questions I'm trying to go through. Let me see if you can start from the top. This one here says, "I live in the U.S. currently, but just got back from a month in Ghana. My husband's folks are in Techiman, but I'm away." Okay, this is just a comment from someone. Let's try and take the next caller. Please tell us your name and why you're calling into the show this evening.
My name is Bernadette, and I'm calling because I have a question regarding obtaining a visa to Ghana, a visitor's visa.
Okay.
My husband and I are planning on traveling there later this year. We live in the U.S., but I'm a Trinidad and Tobago citizen. So I saw online that I do not need a visa. Is that correct?
Yes, so, okay, because you are Trinidad and Tobago, I believe the passport that you travel to is what will make you what? You know, irrespective of that, if you're going to come to Ghana with American passport, that wouldn't let us know that you're coming from Trinidad and Tobago.
I have a Trinidad and Tobago passport.
Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, that makes you
Okay. Now,
so you
my
can
husband
travel
is
on that.
my husband is a British-born American citizen. Since I'm his wife and I do not need a visa, can he get through as well, or would he need to apply for a visa?
I think he would have to apply for his own visa.
He has to apply. Okay.
My daughter is married to a Nigerian. They are coming to Ghana this Christmas. My daughter would be traveling on her Ghanaian passport. Her Nigerian husband would have to get a visa.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, right, isn't it?
Okay.
And now also we actually looking to move there, and I wanted to know, once we get there, I heard him say on the show that we have to wait until we're in Ghana in order to apply for residency. So I guess that is something on, to know what requirements, what do we have to take with us so we can start the process once we're there.
Yes, once you come to Ghana and you want the residence permit, I've outlined some basic documents that might be required by the immigration authorities. And that the three important ones are the indication of how you want to stay here, how you want to cater for yourself, the means to do this, how you're going to be able to look after yourself, where you're going to be able to put your head, a place to accommodate yourself. And then a banking institution that would enable you to do the money transfers that would, take care of you. These three basic are basically things that would be required. And I'm happy, as added previously, that the banks and the institutions are very willing to work with new arrivals to get the banks that, they need to open, bank accounts that they need to open, done for them to be able to, be part of us.
Awesome.
Okay. The last part of my question is, do we have to obtain residency before we can purchase a house?
Do you have to obtain what?
Residency.
Before.
Not really. That's not how things work in Ghana.
No?
Even before you come to Ghana, if you have the money you want to pay through some agency to acquire a property here, you can.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
okay, great. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, thank you so much for supporting the Progressive Mind Show. We hope that you keep watching and supporting us as we build our societies and communities through these important conversations.
Thank you. Thank you. And we appreciate all that you're doing.
My pleasure. And we'll have a wonderful evening. And
You too.
it's getting us closer, 5 minutes of time. And Dallas will be taking leave of us so he can get some sleep. Mind you, it's 11 p.m. in Ghana right now. And he has been gracious enough and very kind to stay up. He's traveling tomorrow morning, mind you. But for the love he has for the diaspora, he decided to stay and do this. Initially, it was tough for him to even decide, even to agree, because it was close to his travel arrangements. But he said, I'm going to do it. So Dallas, we really appreciate you for coming on. This is a comment. Daniel Clayton is quite baffling that Ghana does not offer citizenship by ancestry. Ireland, Sierra Leone, Italy, Israel, etc. do this with some success. I think Dallas, you responded to this earlier, but
but we do that by ancestry. I mean, what look, there are some people who are born in Ghana, who are born in outside Ghana, whose ancestors are from Ghana, and they get it because they can prove that their grandfather or grandmother is Ghanaian.
Yeah.
And they get it on the basis of that relationship.
Yeah. So Ronnie,
there is a problem when it comes to the African descent, the true slavery, those descendants of slavery. Then it becomes a little bit problematic, probably proving that the ancestry is from Ghana. They are from Africa.
Okay.
So that is different. In that case, they are from Africa, which is why we want a specific rule or law that would enable us to deal with this, specific peculiar problem, peculiar issue.
Okay. Okay. Thank
so
you so much.
Those countries that you are comparing with, Sierra Leone, yes, Sierra Leone would consider we don't do that. What do you call it? We have given citizenship not based on some test that you have done, the DNA or anything.
Just come in and take. So I don't know where Ronnie Davis, I don't know where you got your information from, that Ghana does not give citizenship based on your ancestry. He just responded to that. So anyone who's thinking that is not accurate. Okay. This is from Dre. Why is Ghana immigration requesting foreigners to take COVID tests before extending their visa? Is there any truth to this, Dallas?
The Ghana immigration is requesting foreigners to take COVID test
before extending their visa.
I'm not aware of this. I seriously wouldn't be able to comment on it because
if any diasporan were to be experiencing this situation based off the power that your office has, are they able to call you, and would you, do you?
Sorry?
What I'm saying is, if any diasporan happens to maybe go through this type of situation in Ghana,
I think even though I've said I'm not with the immigration service, and therefore I wouldn't know exactly what they are doing as far as this COVID test is concerned.
No, what I'm saying is,
seriously speaking,
yeah. Before you continue, what I'm saying is, if anybody is going through these type of situation or any type of hardship, and they call your office, are you able to extend help?
Oh, of course, we want to know, and then we want to find out why certain things are being done and what can be done about it. So yes, it's of interest to us.
Okay.
And where we can, we will do whatever there is to be done to either make sure that parties can agree to what needs to be done. So in the case of this COVID test, for instance, yes, I mean, if one was asking for a vaccine to be administered, then perhaps it would have been a bit of a worry. But if they are saying that you should take a test, I can see why, in some situations, somebody would say, look, I was recently at going to some homecoming events by the Ga-Dangbe people, and they had a COVID test facility for those who are coming in. It's just like going on a plane right now. You have to do the COVID test, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So if, I don't see that as necessary something to,
to worry about. Okay.
To worry about. But yes, I wouldn't say perhaps officially this is something that is being done or not being done. I'm not in a position to. That's a personal opinion that I've just offered.
Awesome. Thank you again, Dallas. Wow, it's 6 p.m. and our time is up. For anyone who had been trying all day, please go ahead and try. And since you've been, we couldn't get you, we'll give you at a moment the chance to ring in now. The phone lines we have actually put a stop to the phone lines, but I know some of you have struggled all day. So we just want to give you that chance to call in now and ask Dallas your question before he goes away. So there's this, I know there's this conversation going on the platform about the word akata. Like I said, is derogatory, okay? It literally means wild animal, okay, or bush animal, okay? So if you're anyone who uses this word in Ghana, if you're anyone who uses this word in Nigeria, Ghana, anywhere in Africa, akata is, it's not what it's supposed to be. Okay, it's not a good word. That's all I'm trying to say. Do not use it. Let's see here. Okay, thank you for accepting that. Axum Tigaro, I think there was another conversation, someone was trying to refer to it, so I needed to address it one more time so we have clarity here. We really appreciate you all for getting on the platform and helping this wonderful conversation. We appreciate you. Dallas, you have been awesome. You've really helped the Diasporans a lot. Okay, text message, a few questions came through my phone and email about the honorary consulate in Chicago. Someone said he was trying to call but couldn't get through, so we got the email, and they're saying that if you can respond to that honorary consulate in Chicago, that is Chicagoans are looking for it and it's very needed. Can you please help us understand what could be done, in the short term to help the thousands of Ghanaians in Chicago alone? I think the population is close to 20,000. Don't quote me on that. Nigerians, it's just a ton of Ghanaians in Chicago alone and in the entire Midwest. So please, if you don't mind responding to the honorary consulate issue that is being demanded by the folks in Chicago.
I think let's be fair to me by saying that this is a matter for foreign affairs to be handled as Absolutely. To whether a place deserves to have this or not. Mm-hmm. But from on top of my knowledge in dealing with the diaspora and knowing that we have a very responsive government, what I would say is that I can imagine that if the government is aware that there are a lot of Ghanaians in a specific place, and being as big as America is, for some convenience, it might be possible to, advocate for a consulate to be, in Chicago in the future, so that, the convenience of getting things done can people can have that convenience as much as possible.
All right.
This issue is not just about America. I know we had a similar issue in Italy, where a lot of Ghanaians are up there in the northern part of Italy, and they were looking to have some kind of consulate that would enable them to handle issues as early as possible and as closely as possible to when they elect. So I can imagine that Chicagoans would also have a very big say, and I would add my voice to it when the opportunity comes.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I want to, okay, thank you, Dallas. So Messenger Tours. You're saying that Akata in Kumasi, Ghana means someone who loves hip hop. That is very wrong, okay? Hip hop, fashion, or culture is an African American culture, okay? The whole world imported pop culture into their system, their country. And so let's get that straight. Secondly, if you want to do some research on that, the name was invented in the U.S. By some people from West Africa. And it has been going on within some West African countries, specifically Nigeria and Ghana, for a long time. It was or had been imported to Ghana and is being used around wrongly. So Akata does not mean fashion. Akata is derogatory. I just want to tell you that, and you can look up the meaning now. Do some research on that and find out. So you are in Kumasi, or you are using the word fashionably. You're using the wrong word fashionably. Okay, you have to do some research on these words before you adapt them. It is the wrong term to use. Kata is not for fashion. It means wild animal. Google it now. Thank you so much for indulging with us. Dallas, I really want to appreciate you for educating the diaspora or informing the diaspora about what it is that your office does. And I want to thank our beautiful audience for your support and time to this show and to this platform. Also acknowledging and being patient with with us during the technical issues. Dallas, your last words as we end this afternoon session. We are hoping that in the future we can get you on to answer a few more questions that may be developing from this one, or some updates that your office may be coming up with, or even the government could be coming up with, or maybe some other conversations that might not necessarily be pertaining to your office, but important to Ghanaians in across the world. So please go ahead and close us with your last words.
I think yes. Once more, let me say how grateful I am that you've given us this opportunity to basically get the word out there for people to know that this is what we do, that this is what the government has got as its major priority, that they can serve the diaspora community as well as possible. So we are excited that we have this partnership with you, with the Diasporans everywhere in the world, and that's whatever the president has asked for to be done, they are going to respond, and that we will be there to assist in that response. Going forward, I think this feature, as you've rightly suggested, should be frequent to enable us to, explain ourselves, to share ideas, to learn from you, to pick up, issues that people are talking about and have concern to the diasporans, so that, we relay to governments for actions to be taken. Just as you have mentioned about this Chicago, consulate that is of interest, and how resourceful and how rich the community is, and how we need to tap into it. It's something we need to feed on. We need to make sure that we can relay. And I'm glad that I've been here to have answered, so many of the questions that were put to us. Goes a long way to explain the government's position on key issues, like how we intend to give citizenship, how we intend to handle it, make it transparent, make it, as predictive as possible, so that we go a long way to meet that urgent need that the Diasporans have if they want to come home. Thank you.
My pleasure, Dallas. And again, I'd like to thank everyone that has supported the show up until now. The conversation continues, of course, and our email is info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. Feel free to email us and engage us. Twitter is Progressive Minds, @Progressive Minds.
So you have my number. You can share it if you like, and that email as well. So
okay.
Already have. Yeah.
Cheers. Awesome. So Dallas has given us the permission to share his number. So I'm going to do that now. It is for folks. So the area code is 233-55-422-2226. I'll take it again. 233 is the area code. 55-422-2226. And if you missed it anyhow, feel free to reach out to us. We are more than happy to connect you. This is what we are hoping to do. Now, let me see, Ghanaian Youth, what is up in we expect? Okay, so there's a comment here, but I would like to address it later. Ahmed Hadi. Okay, so I would like to address some of these comments later, since this is not in the purview of Dallas. This is something we can do later, okay? I can send you an email if you provide your information. Ghanaian Youth Commerce are using the word the same way that, like.
Thank you. So I take leave then.
Yes. We were just trying to make sure we clear a few issues. Thank you once again, Dallas. We shall be getting in touch, Dallas. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Glad to be here. Thanks. Bye.
We're back on the show, and we just want to thank all of you for joining in. Dre, I got your number, and I will be getting in touch. Okay, that is for the that number you put up there is for Dallas. Thank you for doing that. And we have okay, Keisha Davis also put the number up. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, so anybody else that want that information, you can look up the feed. Let me put it up here. Keisha Davis just put it up. So that is Dallas' number. And I think that you can go ahead and for anybody who missed it, go ahead and take it down now. Ahmed Hadi. Okay. Okay. What you were saying has nothing to do with constructive value. Okay. Just do some more research and you should be fine. We wouldn't argue over this. Do some more research and you know that both words you're using, I mean, for the former word, it's you know, it has its own meaning. You know, you can use it anyhow you want, but for the first one, it's a no. Okay. Don't use it. Research it and you'll find out why you shouldn't use it. On that note, I want to thank all of you who have supported the show, The Progressive Minds. We are here every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. And on Sundays, 4 to 6 p.m. Wednesdays, 6 to 8 p.m. and on Sundays, 4 to 6. And we like to engage in community issues that pertains to the regular folk. That said, we would like to thank you all once again. And we shall be back this coming Wednesday. Bye, everyone. My name is Alinko. See you Wednesday, 6 p.m. right here in the studios of Progressive Minds in Chicago. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.